All right, good morning. How are you doing? I hope everybody's fine. Today is Tuesday, the 3rd of June, 2025. Let's see what the market has in store for us. So, from the daily perspective, we had Monday trading down into the level that we marked over here. I think it was a session gap. This one right there. This level and that level. Okay, those were the two important levels, and we are getting a bounce off from it right here. Now I think based on the daily time frame, we have an up candle here, and we might reject and then come back down again. Okay, we might reject and come back down again. So let's see if price will be able to reject the up candle. If it does, then the foreign currencies can give us a potential trade idea going into today or even tomorrow. Okay, so let's see if that might be the case. Give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can get a rejection off from here between this candle's low and there, obviously on the lower time frame, maybe inside this gap. If we can get a rejection during the New York session, that might be a reason to look for a continuation to the downside, and that will give you a trade idea on euro. I think euro we traded to exactly that level, and we are pulling back now as usual, right? When the week opens, we need manipulation to the downside first, but that didn't happen. So price going up first sometimes can be manipulation, and then the real move will follow. So with price going up first, usually this is the kind of, I think it's similar to last week, right? Last week we went up first and then we came down. Sorry, it's Monday. Yeah, here we went up, then came down before we resumed going up again. So we could be doing the same thing. When up, came back down into a pullback and then go back up. Watch this down candle that formed on Friday. I think we don't want them to trade through that. If they trade through it, then we might be probably coming for a run on stops, maybe this low. Okay, if we lose this, maybe they might be coming for a run on stops on that low, then a resume to the upside. whatever happens, you're expecting a continuation to the upside. On the daily, you can see we have a couple of bullish order blocks. This is the last one, and like I said, I like that one because if they lose it, then we might be coming for some stops. British pound, that's also coming into a pullback. You can see we have this down candle here. We want them to reject and go up again, so let's go to the H4. So same thing, this down candle here, we don't want them to lose that, because if we do, price might go for this low. This is the drawn liquidity, comes in at 135,937. That is where I think price is going. Yeah, so we're looking for continuation to that upside. This might just be a pullback, and then we will continue going up. Okay, let's continue. Australian dollar, same thing, down candle. I think the Australian dollar looks much better because this down candle, let me see if it was able to take out the previous candle's low. It couldn't, but it's all fine because again, it's the last down candle prior to the move up. So this low to this high, that'll be a pullback, and then you expect them to continue going up. They've left a nice equal high over there, so this pullback might be potential buy. To go back up here and then eventually up there. Okay, New Zealand dollar is similar. So down candle, pulling back to it, and then I'll expect them to continue going up again somewhere in here. Yeah, here, that'll be a good level for the continuation to the upside. Okay, what else? Aussie cat. Okay, so Aussie cat, I was looking for them to continue going up today, but you can see immediately we had immediate close and then a pullback. I'm watching where we are right now because this was a New York session fair value gap and that price should have respected. They traded through it, so again, I'm expecting this to go back up again. Similar to New Zealand CAD right here. So this low to this high, let's pull back. So I think we have lots of opportunities this morning. Aussie CAD, dollar, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, New Zealand CAD. Those are my preference. Pound is not bad, Euro is not bad, but I prefer these ones because of what I explained the last time. They are yet to catch up with what pound and the New Zealand are doing. So gold. So gold, I was expecting this New York session gap to hold and continue going up here, but it's kind of trading through it. But I still suspect they're gonna go up because we have a down candle here, and this is the drawn liquidity. They've gone through the volume imbalance in this one, so definitely I think we'll be going up here. On the H4, they might dip into this area, and then resume going up, which is essentially the London session gap. Alright, so watch the New York session. Now if we climb back above this, that can be used as a level to buy, especially if they can print an order block. I think the H4 is doing that. Watch the next H4 candle. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, the next H4 candle might be an up candle, and then you go up. But watch that gap that I've highlighted, because they might use it again. Crude oil, I'm still expecting them to go for 64.23, and then I'll be looking for a rejection after that. So 64.23, and then I'll expect them to reject. If they go higher than that, then 64.87, that is when I'll expect the rejection to happen. ES, so ES has traded up as I expected. It couldn't quite get to the actual level that I wanted, which is up here. But this New York session, I would want to see them either run Monday's high and then reject immediately, or we start going down, because they've traded into the gap on the H4. That's what I wanted to see, right? And as long as this H4 gap exists, we'll be coming down here and then here, especially this one. That's last week's low. All right, so watch out for the price action for New York session today. Let's move on to the crypto market. So with the crypto market, Bitcoin is still stuck in there, but like I said, I'm expecting them to trade down here. So look for that. I'm expecting price to drop inside the weekly gap. Until then, there's nothing to do, right? I believe this one here is gonna hold until we come down there, and until then you need to hold your, I'll say, your ammo. Don't shoot all your ammo before price actually starts coming down here. I don't think buying where we are now is a good idea. Is it good to sell? Absolutely. If you want to sell it, I'll be all for sales right now to come here. Right? And with that goes for all the other cryptocurrencies. This is just manipulation. I don't think it's gonna continue. It will come back down to here or here. All right. So 149.59 or 141.62. That is where I think price is gonna come to before we resume going up. Ethereum 2328. That is where I think we're gonna come before we continue. For me to be bullish, they will have to close above last week's high. So let me make that straight. They will have to close above that high. They will have to close above this candle's high. That's when I'll switch to being bullish. Until then, I'm looking for lower prices. Hype. Let's go to the weekly. Hype. I'm still here looking for that as the manipulation level. So this week so far going up, I don't trust it. Watch where we are right now. It could reject and come back down. Now for us to be bullish again, they will have to close above last week's high, which comes in at last week high comes in at 39.95. If they can close above it on a daily basis, even on a daily basis, that will be enough to send price higher, and that will be a reaccumulation, right? But again, we've just started the new month, so I'm still looking for them to trade here. Not the second one, this one here. XRP, same thing. For me to be bullish, they will have to go above the up candle. Until then, they might drop down and attack this equal low before we resume going up. Hence, all eyes on Bitcoin. Watch this gap here. We might reject in there and come back one more time down before we go up, because it needs to take out the previous month low. Jatki, just like I said, they need to come back down again to attack this low before we go up, running on what Bitcoin is going to do. And then same thing with AI16Z. We need to come back down, take out this low, and then reject. But until Bitcoin does this move, I'm still going to be bearish on all the cryptocurrencies. So that gives you an idea of what to do. You can either go with the bearishness, or you sit and wait till we get here, then we get confirmation to go back up again. All right, because as you know, high time frame price action rules, and according to the high time frame logic right now, this is the best level because they've made a new high. There's no point buying up here. Let price trade back to some kind of a discount array, which right now, this gap. All right, so that's the reason why I'm calling for lower prices. So that's pretty much it for now. Again, for today, maybe trade idea. I like the Aussie CAD because it's trading at OTE, New York Fair Value Gap. We did close above previous day's high, so that might be a trade for this New York session. Price action doesn't look clean on the lower time frame, right? It's a mess all over, but from the high time frame perspective, it does make sense. So if you want to take any trade, base pair, or you watch New Zealand CAD, same thing, for a rejection to go back up again. All right, that is all from me for today. The week is now starting, is building up. It's building up. So usually after today, that's when the week gets interesting. Between Monday, Tuesday, it's still very quiet, but then we get interesting New York session Tuesday till Friday London session. So within the next hour, we are going to see some decent moves, and that will give us something to play with going into tomorrow. All right, so that is all for now. I will see you all same time tomorrow, and then we'll see what the market will give us. Until then, take care, enjoy your day. I'll see you soon.